This is the garage at my parents' house. And as you can see, it's pretty much a complete mess. Trash, tools, hardware and many other things are just all over the place and there's basically no room left to do anything. Many things are even straight up not accessible or could be wherever since there's no real organization. My goal is to give the garage a complete overhaul and turn it into a hopefully usable workshop for me and my dad. Before I start, I just wanted to mention that I'm a complete beginner at this and have pretty much no idea what I'm doing most of the time. This is by no means a tutorial since I'm doing a lot of things for the first time or rather for the first time by myself. So I know I will do many mistakes, but I'll try to learn from them. Now with that out of the way, let's start this project. My first mission was to clear up as much ground space as possible to be able to move around freely. So I started right in the middle by throwing away some trash and getting some tools out of the way. Then I wanted to deconstruct this old nightstand my dad and I made, and let me tell you, it was my complete nemesis, because we built this thing way too strong. First off, I started by absolutely destroying one screw head on the hinges. Then I took off the feet and removed the corner braces on the backside. There were 4 strips of wood in the corners, which were screwed and glued into the walls. After I removed all the screws by hand, because the cordless screwdriver wouldn't fit into the tight corners, I tried to punch out the first wall and broke it immediately because there were also some wooden dowels in the walls. I also wrecked the little box I used to put in all the screws from the nightstand. So let's forget about the nightstand and move on with the rest of the cleaning. Next up, I cut down some pallets with our handheld circular saw. This gave me the space to park my dad's motorcycle to the side of the garage, which made moving around way easier. Now I could get to all the stuff on this side and start cleaning. By cleaning, I mainly mean throwing away trash and honestly just putting things someplace else where they won't bother me for now. The main problem that is separating this garage from being a workshop is by far the organization, because you already own a lot of tools and hardware, but that is completely useless without the space to do something or having to constantly search for things. So for now I need to clear up some space and then I'll start implementing organization systems later in this video and in upcoming videos. While cleaning, I moved all of our bikes into one spot except my gravel bike because I wanted to mount that to the wall. And to do that I bought a bike mount from Amazon for like 20 euros and put that up on the wall with the 4 wall anchors and screws it came with. Now I could just put my bike right in there. Finally, I have enough space to build the very first thing to turn this garage into a workshop, which is a tool wall above the workbench. First, I had to cut out some parts out of this sheet of plywood so that the outlets won't be covered. For that I used our jigsaw and I tried to make a quarter circle to be able to cut out the middle section, but I failed miserably. So I had to drill some holes for the jigsaw to get into. On the 4th try, I finally managed to do the turn and cut out the piece only using the saw. Let's not talk about the first test fit and go straight to the second one where it fit perfectly. It fits. Then I cut another sheet of plywood down to size and cut another gap for the outlet, which went way better, and it did even fit first try. After that, I did a first layout to see which tools I wanted to mount on the tool wall and how to arrange them. Most tools will be mounted with these 3D printed parts, which I custom made myself. I won't go into detail how I made these parts, but if you're interested in more 3D printing, consider subscribing to not miss the next video. There will be a lot more 3D printing. Time to mount the plywood sheets to the wall. I used 3 wood planks to create a gap between the plywood and the wall so that I won't accidentally hit the wall while mounting the tools, and to leave enough space for the cable channels from the outlets. So once again, I drilled some holes, hammered some wall anchors in, and screwed the planks in. Then, with the help of wood scraps and some shims, I was able to align the plywood so that it didn't rest on the outlets. I pre-drilled and countersunk all the holes so that the screws sit flush with the wall. Then I screwed the plywood sheets into place. Now I could get to attach the mounts to the wall. I tried my best to mount everything level and aligned to each other, which didn't turn out 100% perfectly, but let's just say it adds character. To mount the pliers, I cut up a piece of threaded rod we had laying around and secured it between 2 holders with 4 nuts. With all the mounts in place, I just need to add in all the tools, and the finished tool wall looks something like this. I intentionally left some space empty because I guess only time can tell which tools will be added or maybe removed in the future. I'm really happy with how it turned out and can't wait to use it in some upcoming projects. Overall, I'm really happy with the whole progress I made in this video. I feel like I did the first big step to turn this place into a functional workshop. On the other side, there is still so much work to be done, so please consider subscribing to follow me along with this project and not miss a single video. I have a lot more stuff planned for this place. I'm also open to all kinds of feedback and ideas for this place, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. So until next time, bye!